busy end to the transfer window. Let's start with Jamari Clark, the signing in first on deadline day from Reading. What is it that he'll bring to Forest Green for you?
Yeah, I think we need another player in as well. So certainly we needed cover for the striker that I've got up front at the moment. So that was one reason why we did it. Of course, he's a young guy, which I like young players. Big target man, bit of speed. Obviously, the physicality is important, isn't it? So that was the main thing, and he's a good player. I spoke to Paul Ince about him, and the sporting director, Mark Bowen. So I got the rundown, on him. So bit raw, not quite ready for them, but certainly somebody we can work on and mould him into a good player, I think.
And interesting as well, he's got experience in the Championship and the National League, so I suppose League One's a logical place for him at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he's as you said, he's been doing the leagues. He's been up the leagues. Yeah, so he's not quite ready there. He's no to take him up to speed with his fitness and things like that. I don't think he's played that many games, so but something to work on, isn't it? He's a young guy. He's a good size, good strength, but a powerhouse. That's what you need.
Quite a few players have gone out. What was the thinking? I mean, how much of that was due to squad size and needing a manageable number?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when I come the first day on the job, there was 26 outfield players on the grass, so it's a massive number that. And to be fair, the head of recruitment, Stevie, has managed to reduce that, so he's done very well in the transfer window.
And I guess having a few fewer players in there means that as you look to find the combinations that will work, you've got a few less permutations to have to go through as well. Does that sort of how it works?
Yeah, I think obviously it's a big squad, isn't it? It's a big squad, it's a big squad, so you've got to reduce it. I mean, the club obviously knew that as well before I got here, so I had nothing to do with the outgoings. The club were already on the way with that. I put my input as best I could. So they're well done on them to reduce the numbers, and I wish the players good luck in the future.
And obviously Harvey Bunk has gone to Scunthorpe today, but with a new deal signed and sealed as well, how much is that just one for him for developing and come back next season a bigger, better player? Yeah,
absolutely. He's a local lad, isn't he? And he's come through the academy and things like that, and that's what we want. We want these young guys. We want these young guys getting an opportunity. And I think Scunthorpe will be perfect for him. He'll get a run out there, and we'll get him back. So but we want the young players. They've got to get game time.
Obviously, you came in on the Thursday. Transfer window closed on the Tuesday. How happy were you with the amount of business you were able to get done in that time?
Yeah, I think we're more happy with the outgoings. I think we did try to strengthen other departments in the squad. We did have a go at one or two other players. More than one or two other players. Never quite got them. But it happens, obviously. But the club tried their very best. They certainly are doing their best to back me, that's for sure.
And I suppose importantly, you've had nearly a full week on the training field as well with the players. How much does that then allow you to build on what you had that one day before Shrewsbury last week?
Yeah, it gives me a little bit more time, obviously, but they were off Sunday and Monday. So I had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that schedule was already there, and I couldn't change it, So they had 2 days off, Sunday, Monday. So we've had them in for 3 days now, haven't they? It gives you a little bit more time, of course it does.
How fast or how steep is the learning curve that everyone's got to be on to get the improvement that's needed?
Yeah, well, there's no time to waste, is there? I mean, I've not looked at the league, I'm not going to look at the league. I know we're at the bottom of the league, so we've got to, we're the worst team in the league, aren't we? And that's where we are. And so every game's going to be a massive game for us. Every other team we play is going to be the favourite. So we need to try and get some points on the board as soon as we can. And of course, incredibly unlucky on Saturday. I thought we deserved to win the match. We should have been 2 or 3-0 up. And unfortunately we folded a little bit in the last 4 minutes of the game.
How difficult has that been to get players to bounce back from, or is it just their job to bounce back from it and no time to feel sorry for themselves?
Well, that's it. There's always another game. I mean, I think the boys were absolutely gutted in the dressing room, to be fair, because they put a right shift in. They played really well, and we felt it was really unfortunate. I think with a stone wall penalty in the first half, no giving, hit the lad's hand. When they go to cross it, hits his hand. They don't give it. And of course, you know, the extra time, I'm not quite sure it all came from, but it was a tough one to take. It was so late on, wasn't it? I mean, even that point was a great point for us on the road, because Shrewsbury in good form. 3 points at 94 minutes. You know, 1 point at 95 minutes, then all of a sudden at 98 minutes you've got no points. So it was a tough one for the lads, and they were feeling it.
Your first home game in charge this weekend. Obviously, Peterborough, you know, well above you in the table, on the verge of the playoff places. In a way, does it not matter who you're playing because of where you are and what you need to do?
Well, every team's going to be the favourite against us, isn't it? So it doesn't matter where Peterborough, I don't even know where they are in the league, to be honest with you. I'm not even looking at the league. We know we've got Peterborough, we know they're a good team. They're better than us, but we've got to make sure that we're better than them on the day. We're working hard on the training ground to try and make sure we get these points for the club, and the players are putting a real shift in.
What are the areas you want to see improvement in, first of all, Duncan?
I think we showed an improvement on Saturday. You know, let's be fair, there was Shrewsbury who were banging the goals in. Never had really any chances at home against us, maybe had one or two, couple of chances to the last couple of minutes. Obviously we want to make sure we're scoring goals. I think we created chances in the counter-attack. So, you know, we just need to hit the back of that net, don't we? Get the second goal, get the first one and kill the game in the second one, really. And then make sure we keep a good shape off the ball, be hard to beat, but also be a threat.
How big a part can the fans play on Saturday?
Absolutely. I mean, it's the same as the home ground, isn't it? It's my first time I'm going to be there as a manager. So we want them, don't they, back in the team, which they are back in the team. I noticed it at Shrewsbury, a good crowd turned up at Shrewsbury. They clapped the players off, as you saw. So they were happy with the performance. I mean, let's be fair. 94th minute, come on, I mean, you know, we were the better team until 4 minutes. That's what happens, doesn't it? If you lose or you win, it's massive, isn't it? But we were the better team. If we can build on that performance, or the same performance, hopefully we'll start getting results.